You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and
Hi. Here I am. Here I am. Here I am. Hello everyone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I told you guys that we would come back. And today, I mean it's Saturday, we ain't doing that. You ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. So I said that we would come back and get into Jada Rumpelstiltskin Pinkett Alcina Shakur Smith. And that's what that word she gay. And we're gonna get into why she is. She's gay. Whatever, I was working late. So please hit the like, please hit the like. Please hit the like. So y'all know I'm messy. There is so much. So I'm going to be messy, but with receipts. I'm gonna be messy with receipts. Okay? Let's not do that. I'm not about to just sit over here and make up stuff. That's gross. So who do I look like? Jacqueline Suzette, right? Did y'all think I'm about to just come forward, just make up stuff? Just as I go. Not gonna come over here and jump in front of the screen and get on this camera and be like, so. Zeddy. He slept with me. My son died. You see, Will never wanted to be with Jada. But yeah, I'm not gonna come here making up stuff. Okay, I'm gonna bring you the tea. I have receipts. Okay, I have receipt. Receipt. Okay, with what I'm about to say. Okay, now Jada Rumpelstiltskin, Alcina Shakur Smith. A girl don't like you. Okay, now you're pretty and everything, but I don't like you. Okay, I haven't liked you since Woo. It is what it is. You know, you have something that belongs to me. Okay, I want Will. All right. All right. Just like a lot of us other gays, you know, like let us have him because he belongs to us. So and you are a big old lesbian. Okay. Okay. You're lesbian. So we're gonna get into that too. We absolutely are. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Okay. I love you guys. Without holding you any further, let's get into the tea. Let's get into the tea. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. I definitely am. Why not? As I always say, it's just like, you know, if nothing's bad is happening, then you're having a good day. So yay. So let's get into where this all started. And now where this all started, shout out to page 6. Where all of this started with the whole y'all getting popped, with the whole Jada Rumpelstiltskin Smith, you was a lesbian, is when Alexis Arquette. Now, I believe Alexis passed away, so I believe God rest Alexis' soul. Now, Alexis Arquette, which if I remember Alexis, she was in the Bride of Chucky. Okay, in other things, music, rock, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, Alexis was a Hollywood insider, and you know, Alexis would attend all these weird parties, you know, and stuff that they had. So she dropped the bombshell. No thanks, page 6. Alexis drops the bombshell. Will Smith, gay sex bombshell. Okay, now this was in 2016. Okay, 2016 is when this happened. If you've been paying attention to Jada Pinkett's interviews and her biop, well, not biop, but her book that she just wrote, And she said her and Will have been separated since 2016. So I want you to remember that. Okay. This happened in 2016 when Alexis Arquette popped Will and Jada. Okay. Now she popped them, y'all, and say, look at here. Both of them are gay. Okay. She popped. Okay. Right. That's what that word. Now, this was in 2016 when this happened. So I want to have that stamped in your mind, because Jada is going to say multiple times that her and Will Splitsville was in 2016. Okay. This isn't a coincidence. Okay. So let's get into that. So let's get into Alexis popping Will and Jada. Alexis Arquette claims that Will and Jada Pinkett Smith are gay, and that the concussion actor paid off his first wife after she walked in on him with another man. Now let's get into that. Okay. We're going to get into that too, a little piece. Alexis's quote: when Jada comes out as gay and her bearded husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked in to him servicing his sugar daddy, Benny Medina, then I'll listen to them. Arquette wrote in a since deleted Facebook post on Tuesday, according to the Daily Mail. She later clarified in the comments section, she, being his first wife, paid off silent. Will's first marriage to Sheree Zappino ended in 1995. They had one child together, Trey Smith. Will married Jada in 1997. Okay, in 1997 and 1997. Now, let's get into that tea. So, if you think back, because I've done survivings on this situation. So, if you want like a bunch of clarity, like on it, go check out the surviving Hollywoods and surviving actors and whatnot, because we talk about this in detail. We go into depth. But what this is giving, when Alexa said this, she's stating that Will's first marriage ended with Sheree because Sheree walked in on him with allegedly doing sexual things with Benny Medina, the creator of the show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Okay. Now, Will and Benny Medina were extremely close. They were in the 90s. They were extremely close. Well, late 80s, early 90s. They were, 90s. They were pretty close. And with them being extremely close, allegedly, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. Sheree came to a hotel where she thought she was meeting Will and bumped into Will at that hotel with Benny Medina. Okay. So the hotel that was booked wasn't for her. It was booked, but she wasn't supposed to be there. And this was on Valentine's Day. Okay. So this is where the whole hotel situation comes in, because it happened on February 14th. Okay. Yeah. So Sheree was allegedly, appalled, like by what she saw, and she didn't want to be with Will, after that. Right. Now, Will, of course, because publicly he was married to Sheree, so he didn't want, just like Jada, he didn't want, the world to know allegedly what happened between Will and Benny Medina. So he paid her for her silence. So when they were in the process of getting divorced, and whatnot, quietly, it wasn't anything that was happening on a public scale. This is when Jada comes into the picture. Okay. So when Jada comes into the picture, to where the story that Jada and Sheree had on the Red Table Talk, to where Sheree called home to the house, and Jada answers the phone, that comes into play because Will was divorcing Sheree. But at that point in time, I'm sure Sheree was probably confused by like, okay, if I just caught you with a man, why is another woman answering your phone? So it's given Sheree would have expected Benny or somebody like that to answer the phone before a Jada. So I feel like that's why it was an instant issue, because it's just like, okay, so you're doing this all over again? You're doing this all over again? Okay? Like that's still, all of that over there is still mine. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Okay? I can still open my mouth. I can still say what I seen. Okay. Now, Jada allegedly is a part of this secret, right? Meaning she is the cleaner. She was the cleaner. She was the one that was going to come in and cleanse the energy just in case because, just because you tell a person, because the person signs an NDA and you pay them, does not mean that they're going to be quiet. It does not mean that. People break NDAs all the time. Look at all the Robert Sylvester Kelly girls. Look at all the Robert Sylvester Kelly girls. They all broke the NDA. Every single last one of them. So people break NDAs all the time. So just in case, we have a public figure, Jada Pinkett, she was pretty famous, at the time, and we'll link him and her together. Now, it didn't happen how they wanted it to, like the whole Jay-Z and Beyonce thing. It didn't happen like that because it didn't work. So they brought in people to help. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. Who they brought in to help bring Will and Jada together, because Jada was not interested in Will. She had no interest. Okay, he was interested in her, but she had no interest in Will. Like, she thought it was corny, all this stuff, right? So then they bring in close friends. Who the close friends are? Dwayne and Tisha Campbell. Martin. So they bring them in. They bring in, okay, well, look, we need y'all to push them together because we need them to be together. Okay, we need this. That's why it happened so fast. Is that they needed it. And that's what they were. So then they got the handlers to get, them to, Tisha and, so Tisha was kind of pushing Will onto Jada. Like, girl, he making money. He doing this, he doing that. Girl, you gonna be sad, girl. He got all these deals they talking about, these movies and stuff. Girl, you better get him, girl. So, and then you had Dwayne over there in a relationship with Will, allegedly. Unbeknownst to Tisha Campbell or whatever. So, so that's when, they started hanging out with them more, and then and then it kind of went into, but Will was while all this was going on, Will was still getting divorced from Sheree. That was not over, So allegedly, Jada knew coming in what allegedly happened with Benny, Sheree, and Will. Allegedly, this is all alleged. Okay, and Will is protective of Jada because of the secrets she really has, the things she really knows. And we're going to get into that. Okay. We're going to get into that. All right. So hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Now, this show, we're going to get more so into Jada and her closet. And then we'll, the next show tomorrow, we'll get into Will's. Okay. And then we'll do them collectively. Okay. And then we'll collectively put them together. So, buckle up, because we're gonna go down this path, So Jada Rumpelstiltskin is definitely a lesbian. Let's get into that. Okay. So shout out to people. Jada Pinkett Smith addresses rumors about her sexuality in book When It Comes to Sex, I Love Men. In her memoir, Worthy, Jada Pinkett Smith Shakur says that although she had a few sexual experiences with women, she is not gay. Okay. Now, due to the terms of sexuality, you are at least bisexual. And Jada won't even claim being bisexual. Okay. As far as she's concerned, she likes women. She's been in relationships with women in Hollywood. Now, y'all got to think. Jada pretty much came into Hollywood like blossomed in the 90s, like a different world and stuff like that, right? So she wasn't really free long enough to have experienced much before getting with Will. So it wasn't like she was acting for like 10 years and then her and Will got together. It's like, no, it was pretty quickly, with them getting together, married, having a son, and all of that. And so with that being said, these experiences that we're going to get into, these are during will. Okay? So these experiences are not after will, pre-will. No, these are during. Okay? So we're going to get into a lot of that. We absolutely are. We absolutely are. So let's get into this article from People magazine. Let's get into it. This is recent. When was this? October 18, 2023. So this is recent. Jada Pinkett is opening up about her attraction to men. In her new memoir, Worthy, the actress and Red Table Talk host 52 directly addresses speculation about her sexuality, writing, "There have always been rumors that I'm gay, that I like women. Maybe that had something to do with the clubs where I hung out," continues Jada, who says she frequented LGBTQ barbecue establishments when she was younger. While the Girls Trip star says she was intimate with women on occasion, she is not a lesbian. Her quote, "The truth is that during those early years of exploration in Hollywood, I had a few sexual experiences with women, only to realize that when it came to sex, I love men," she continues. Now let's pause. She says the truth is during those early years of exploration in Hollywood. Okay. So she's not saying prior to her being famous. She's saying during the time she was famous. You know, like I was in Hollywood and I was dealing with women, you know, so but she says, I'm not a lesbian. Okay, so then you're at least bisexual. You don't get to, because you still sleep with men. I'm straight, although I ate the kuka raw for years. Like, yeah, no. You know, no, that's weird. It's condescending. It's like, okay, if a man can sit down and be like, yeah, you know, I've been intimate with dudes. I don't have relationships with dudes, but I'm not gay. You could be like, bullshit. Yeah, you are. You something. You ain't straight. You ain't what we is. So, yeah, that doesn't make sense. But she still wants to identify basically as like heterosexual. It's like, how? That you were attracted to women, you still are attracted to women. What do you mean you're not a lesbian? Okay, so you're not. So you're bisexual. What? I don't understand that, because straight women don't understand that. Straight women don't get that. How does a straight woman sleep with just men and a man and have no experiences with women, nor have any desire to, but you do, and you desire them and be with them, but you the same? It's like you're not. You're delusional. You're delusional. And it gives the same thing with Will. I feel you and Will think the same way. I think Will feels like just because he's been intimate with men and had relationships with men, that he's not gay because he's with you. How? If y'all been separated since 2016. What? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. So yeah, no, I think both of you think that way. I think Will thinks just like you. Just like you. And let's keep it real. It's not, when people bring up the movie 6 Degrees of Separation, and we're going to get into this tomorrow when we do Will. When people bring up that movie, the way he played a gay role, it's not that Will was playing a gay role to where people thought he was gay. There's been plenty of people that play gay roles, and it's just like, we know you're not gay, you know, type of situation, right? It was everything the movie kind of spoke to. You know, a young man that was closeted, you know, blah, blah, blah. So it was kind of like speaking into his life, you know, within that time, because there was a lot of rumors circulating with Will. So, and then with Will not wanting to do the kiss in the film, to where he didn't, it just looked like they kissed. They didn't actually kiss. That was weird, because why take the role at all? Why take the role at all? You do a small, you're willing to do the physical short, you know, scene, in the film, but you don't want to do the kiss. I would rather do the kiss than the part to where the woman comes into the door, and I would have rather have done the kiss than that. You know, you get up as if you're nude, you know, and all of that as if you were just having with them, you know. So I would have rather do the other thing. I would have cut that part and did the kiss. I would have told them that. I would have been like, look, how about we not do this scene and we do the kiss and that's it? How about that? Because I feel like we can do without this part. Can she walk in on us kissing instead of walking in on that? It's how I would have looked at it. But he did it. So I'm like, okay, well, clearly, if people looking at it as suspected, you're talking about you. This actor you're playing right now is you. It's just the lifestyles are different. The lifestyles are different. You had parents, and you know you grew up, you know, in the inner city hip hop music, you know, stuff like that. So it's like the lifestyles are different. This person being extremely intelligent. Will is intelligent. He's a very intelligent guy. You know, and whatnot. So I feel like the movie speaks more to you at that time. And yeah, because even James Avery was on set, the guy that played Uncle Phil. He was on set for 6 Degrees of Separation, and he was very disappointed in Will because James Avery was gay. And he was very disappointed in Will because James Avery was a gay man playing a straight man, you know, so he's playing Uncle Phil as a hetero. You know, watching Uncle Phil didn't really have a gay bone in his body. Like the last thing you got from Uncle Phil is that he was gay. He loved his Vivian. He loved his Vivian, and he played his role well, but he's a whole gay man playing a hetero. So it's like, if you're not gay and you're just playing this role, like, commit, you know, and he did commit to it. So James Avery was let down by Will on that movie. So yeah, but anyways, moving right along. So Jada admits that she was in relationships with women. She absolutely were. That's what that were, okay? But she states that she doesn't claim being a lesbian, although she does with lesbians still. Very confused by that. Very confused by that. She also says, maybe it had something to do with the clubs where I hung out. Okay, now, people like Diddy hang out in gay clubs all the time, and he wonders why people speculate. But he hangs out in gay clubs all the time, even still to this day. So again, Jada, if you consistently are going, I get women love gay clubs. I get it. But most women like male gay clubs. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. Most straight women, they like drag shows, and they like the flamboyant gays. They like to watch them dance and all of that stuff. Straight women do like to frequent gay clubs, but it's usually not like lesbian bars. It's usually like a gay club, so it's either like a mixture or predominantly like gay males. They like being around them. They like the energy. They like the key. You know, they like it all. They chill. They have a good time. They do. Like a lot of heterosexual women love to frequent gay bars, so it's not a big deal. When they do, because it's just not a big deal. But to frequent lesbian bars as a hetero woman is a little weird. That's a little weird. It is. If my straight homeboy always want to go to a gay club, I have a problem with that. And I'm like, well, is there something you want to tell me? Why you sleep with everybody but me? So it's just like, what is that? Am I hot enough? Or like what? So, because it's like, why do you keep wanting to go to like my clubs? I don't mind switching it up. But if your man, you're hetero woman, your man keep wanting to go to gay clubs every time y'all go, it's like, what? Are you looking for Wayman? Like, why do we keep? Can we go somewhere somebody gonna hit on me? Like, excuse me? Like, can we go somewhere so we can argue? Like, gross. Like, why do you keep wanting to, you know? So, Jada, that doesn't make any sense. You were at these lesbian bars because you were picking up women. That's why you were there. You were cruising women. And then you will find a little baddie and you will take her back, you know. And then you will take her back and what's it gonna be? Because I can't pretend. Girl, then you'll go do this the set it off scene. Don't you want me? Well, he was massaging you, girl, and all of that stuff, and then you flipped them braids forward, girl. You flipped them braids forward, girl. Remember when you slept with the banker? You were the banker. You were the banker. You took all them women back to hotels and all of that stuff. Jada, you treated them real nice. You treated them real nice. They miss you. They miss you. But they really do miss you. They really do. They miss you. So, agree. So, and then, no, but we're going to get into the sugar daddy situation tomorrow with Benny Medina and Will. I'll see some of y'all commenting on that in the chat. We're going to get on that tomorrow because Will was in debt. Okay. Benny Medina, girl, it runs deeper than you think. Will was poor. Will was literally in debt. Yeah, Mr. Summertime, broke. Just like TLC. Mm-hmm. Doing all of that. Bad. Broke. Broke. Parents just don't understand. Poor. Hey, poor. Doing all of that. It was power. We're gonna get us out of it. So girl here fled. So yes, yeah, we're gonna get us broke. The first Prince of Bel-Air got him out of debt. Who ran the first Prince of Bel-Air? Who put everybody off the show, got rid of our Aunt Vivian and all of that? It was Will because he was gay. Y'all want to try to make it no. Because y'all want to try to make it seem like that Aunt Vivian, the dark one, the melanated one, all other than all that. Janet. Because my girl was holding her tongue. I'm like, say it, girl. Yeah. Girl. Girl, go say it, girl. I say it for you, girl. He wasn't getting special privilege because he was the star of the show. Okay? He was getting special privilege because he was sleeping with the owner of the show. Y'all gonna say without Will what? Y'all said that about House Party because Will and Jazzy was supposed to play Christopher's. Y'all said, oh, it wouldn't be the same. Yes, it would, because Will was supposed to play that part. He was supposed to be a House Party. And House Party did just fine without Will, a success. Just like The Matrix. It was a success without Will because he turned that down. And Keanu Reeves came and blew up the spot. Maybe you get through. Girl, please. That's why Jada's still mad at him to this day. Because he was supposed to play Neo, she was supposed to play Trinity. Will said, no, okay, well, we don't want you. You ain't coming, well, Rebel Sealskin can keep her shit at home, too. Don't neither one of y'all need to pack. Well, she can unpack. Can you tell her to get out of our dressing room? Can you come get your wife out this dressing room? She in the one that say Trinity. She had to tell her to get out of there. She white now. Come get her. She's still doing up here. If no you, know her. So come get her. She up here telling people what to do, move and shit. Nah, come get her. Nah, you done said no, it's no to her too. Now that's why Janet, my girl, gone Janet Hubert. That's why she got a fire. Well, because Will was the star because he was gay. Sleeping with Benny, his sugar dad. He went back there. He told him, he said, look here, darkies just don't understand. Go get rid of her. Go get rid of her. I'm not sleeping with you. Do you want this? Do you want this stuff? Well, I'm gonna need you to go out there and act like it. Okay? When I walk past her dressing room needs to be empty. Okay? And the next time I walk past, need to be somebody in a high yellow. Get rid of her. I want her gone. I want her gone. I want her gone. 2 words, deep throat. Do you want it or don't you? It's that simple. Okay? 2 words, sexual harassment. But 3rd word, lawsuit. I don't know. I can prove you've been in me. What you know about eggs? So, girl, that's what that word. So we're gonna get into that tomorrow because Will, you tried it. Will, you tried it. So, girl, so we're gonna get into that. So, Jada said that they gay, and that's what they were. So, girl, so then she says the truth is that in those during those early years of exploration in Hollywood, okay, with the Missy Elliott's and the Queen Latifahs and the people like that, we're gonna get today. I had a few sexual experiences with women only to realize that when it comes to sex, I love men, she continued, okay? She said, still I cherish the beauty of women inside and out, something a lesbian would say. It's not very hetero of you. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Hey girl, if you want to tip your comedian Shine Everywhere show, absolutely. I'm bringing y'all all to see because it's boring out here in the streets. Almost 800 people in the building. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. And so I'm like, oh, how gay of you. How gay of you to say. How gay of you to say, Jada. She said, still I cherish the beauty of women inside and out. Gross. And I have never stopped being infatuated and in awe of women of all ages, all sizes and colors. My belief is women are the most amazing creatures on the planet. Way to let's be honest with the situation. Yeah, okay. And I hold reverence for women through my friendship, okay? All gay. All of that is gay. All of that is gay. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So this nigga Jada says, yes. She says, you and Will, the question that they say, you and Will probably have more rumors about you and talk about you than others. They're in an open marriage. They're swingers. He's gay. She's gay. I mean, a million things were out there. What, if anything, is true? And did hearing all of that stuff bother you? They inquired. She said, Rumpelstiltskin Shakur said, I would say that none of that's true. Okay. Did you hear part of that say right here? It says, he's gay, she's gay. And then you just say, I would say that none of that's true. Do you not remember up here, girl, just a couple seconds ago? You said, okay. You like women. You frequent the clubs. You was exploring. Okay, so you just told us that you were gay. Okay, and then he asked, people say you're gay. You said, literally right here, right here, in her new memoir, the actress and Red Table Talk host 52 directly addresses speculations about her sexuality, writing, there have always been rumors that I'm gay, that I like women. Maybe that had something to do with the clubs I hung out, continues Jada baldhead ass. She says, the truth is that during those early years of exploration in Hollywood, I had a few sexual experiences with women. A few. It took a few, not just one. Because, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't argue with you. You know what I'm saying? Jada, coochie is like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. You know, so I get it. I get it. It's good, girl. It's good, girl. It's wonderful. So it's like I get that. But it took a whole cheerleading squad. It took half the cast to set it off for you to figure that out. 3 of the people on Woo and it, girl. It took all that. It took a couple bad bitches. It took a couple of them. Didn't it, Jada? You just I knew my the it was, you know, it was the 64th vagina that let me know I like dudes. That's what that were. That's what that were. It was mid climax when this woman I was with, she was gyrating on my face. My hands were shaking. She was shaking. Her body was shaking. Everything. But the house was shaking. It was in that moment that I realized I want to be penetrated. Yeah. Yeah. That's a solid take. I know that. That it was the 506th girl that let me know that, you know what? I don't want to live my life like Young and May. I don't want that Young and May type of lifestyle. You know, I was working late. So I'm very confused by that. So Megger. Rumpelstiltskin. Girl, look at here, lesbian. Let's be honest, girl. Let's be honest, girl. So now she down here talking about something. Oh, I don't like her. I do not like her. Then she says out here, I would say none of that is true. What? She says, I can definitely understand why there be misunderstandings. Yeah, because you just said a pivotal point. I'd be like, Jada, get out of my studio. Get out. Security, get her up out of here. Leave. Because, girl, nobody got time for this. No one has time for this. 2 + 2 = 4 sometimes as. Like, no, it always equal 4. So, yeah, the 2 women sleeping together always going to equal lesbian. Always going to equal that. You go back to a man that equal bisexual, that don't equal hetero. Like, I'm just getting penetrated right now, so totes hetero. Like, look at here, Katy Perry. You can't go around, I kissed the girl, and I just try it. Girl, no, It felt so wrong. It felt so right. Don't mean I am gay tonight. Y'all tried it. Y'all tried it. I don't care if I kissed the girl just to try it. I don't care. I just wanted to try it. Oh my God. Like, it was just like a little tongue and we groped. What about it? Like, as they make me, yeah. How I still want to get married. I still have kids. What are you talking about? I'm not a lesbian. I'm married. Not. Whatever. She ate me all. Like, fine. Like, but I'm still like married. So it's like, okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm confused by that, Jada. I'm also confused by this because look at here. Jada, there's more tea on you, girl. Jada, there's more. You are a lesbian tea. Girl, Jada Rumpelstiltskin, Alexis Smith, Shakur. Girl, there's more tea on you, girl. Girl, why was you and girl? Why was you and Queen Latifah, your husband and Queen Latifah, why was they arguing over you, girl? Oh my God, what that say? Will Smith and Queen Latifah feud over his wife. 3 gay people in an argument. 3 gay people in an argument. Why was you and Cleo arguing over a stone, girl? What y'all was arguing about, girl? Will, look at me. What y'all got to talk about? Shit in y'all marriage? I am. So now people in our marriage. What's going on? Look at here. Now y'all know I love Queen. That's my girl. That's my girl. So I ain't got no disrespectful to say about Queen Latifah, but that's my girl. So shout out to my girl. You can have still skin, girl. Like it is what it is. Hey, you could have been to her. I know what you've been waiting for. Cleo. So my girl. So my girl, a Queen girl. Y'all said when was that girl? Look at the date, girl, and said that this shit was last year, March 30th, 2022. Girl, you a lesbian girl. Girl, Lola, they said this was last year, girl. Girl, they said this was last year. Queen Latifah was over there going in the deep part last year, girl. Ooh, girl. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Now, that's what that word. That's what that word. That's what that word. That's what that word. We're going to get into this, but before we do, I just want to just... She said she ain't no lesbian. Girl, just last year you was... Girl, what? I'm like, okay. So, let's get into that. But before we do, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Okay? Let's get into this. So, look at this girl. Look at this girl. So, Jada Pinkett Smith's female lover. Okay? Girl, yeah. Let's get into this. So, woman claims, okay, to be Jada Pinkett Smith's lover. Now, this was April 3rd, 2006. An unnamed New Jersey woman has come out claiming to be Jada Pinkett Smith's lesbian lover. The 36-year-old woman said that she and Jada have been meeting up for sexual escapades in different locations all over the country. The woman said that their affair has been going on for over 3 years and that Jada is a full-fledged lesbian. The woman said, Jada is a very passionate and caring woman. I believe she's with Will for the children and for her career. She loves her lifestyle and she has came out as a lesbian. It would be all over for her. If she came out as a lesbian, sorry, it would be all over for her. Her children would be gone and her career. I love Jada more than anything and want to be with her. It's time Jada come clean. It's 2006 and I know how bad she wants to be honest. She wants to be honest to the world and stop lying. I'm hoping me coming out will inspire her to do the same. Sorry, unnamed lesbian chick. Don't hold your breath because Jada has no intention of flushing her facade of a marriage down the toilet. Girl. Jada, you a lesbian. Jada, you was a lesbian. Jada, you is a lesbian, girl. Oh my God. I believe her. I believe her. Because August said all of these same things. He didn't say you was a horrible person. He said you were very passionate, and all that good stuff, girl. Very lesbian-like. Yeah, he said you was a very nice stud. A pretty stud. Is what he said. She worded us with that word, girl. And that's what we're going to read this again. But before we do, there's more. There absolutely is. Jada, I'm still scared. I'm on your lesbian neck. So, girl, let's get into this. Here we go. Jada Pinkett Smith likes her hot everywhere, gross. So right here in this magazine, can that move, please? Thank you. In this magazine, which is called Redbook magazine, this is how they announced her. Lesbian icon Jada Pinkett Smith knows how to keep her relationship hot with her hubby Will Smith. With her hubby Will Smith, Jada's secret, do it in public and at friends' houses. So she let them announce her as a lesbian. She let them announce her as a lesbian. Jada, why would y'all have let them? I would like to hear from you in the chat. Would you have let them call you gay if you're not gay? You're not going to call me a lesbian icon if I'm not a lesbian. I'm not a lesbian. She keeps saying she's not a lesbian. Then why don't you have them correct this in Redbook magazine? Okay, girl. They called you a lesbian icon, and you allowed them to. You didn't have them retracted. You know how they just retracted what happened with Holly, about the whole she's married and all of that. They did a public attraction. What was that, Glamour magazine? Did a public attraction. Why didn't you make them do one? I wouldn't have wanted them to call me a lesbian if I'm not a lesbian. I got, it wouldn't be the fact of a person having anything to do or against lesbians. It's just that if that's not who you are, that's not who you are. And you said that you're not. Okay, again, why did you let them announce you as one? Oh, but it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. So, lesbian icon Jada Pinkett Smith knows how to keep a relationship hot, and she spills all in June interview with Redbook magazine. Think of places outside that are comfortable to have sex. Does he have access to his office, have a fantasy date, be his secretary, be sneaky? Your girlfriend's house at a party, the bathroom, a guest's bathroom, just switch it up. Anything like that can keep it going. Anything it takes to keep the flame alive, Pinkett suggests to keep the sex alive. Pinkett Smith and hubby will have been married for 11 years. Her quote, "We're constantly surprising each other." Lies. She said, by day, she's a busy mom, writer, producer, actress, and philanthropist. The Will and Jada Smith Family Foundation. Yeah, we don't care. She also played a lesbian author, Alex Fisher, in a 2008 remake of The Women. Jada's quote, "I played a lesbian, which is fantastic. And I got to be in love with Eva Mendes, which is even more fantastic. Will was like, oh, I had her already. You can have my leftovers." Pinkett told BlackVoices.com about her role back in September 2008. Now, in the movie, what was that? Hitch? I believe Eva Mendes was in with Will Smith. So yeah, me neither. I never saw that either. I never saw that. I saw commercials for it, but I've never. Philanthropy, they tried it. So she says that she got to play a lesbian, which is, great. And she knew again that they were calling her a lesbian, an icon, a lesbian icon. So she knew that, and she did not make them retract, or anything like that. And then with Will saying that, oh, you can have my leftovers. Now, people could have took that as him talking about the movie Hitch, or he could have been talking about real life. And having the leftovers is because they get to do what they want. They get to do what they want. So with them being able to do what they want, if Will has had an encounter with Eva before, because she's married to Ryan. I believe she's married to Ryan. If he's had her in the past, and Jada had her too, because Jada is a lesbian. So so he basically was saying we both took her down, type of situation, because they have been known to do that. Now it also says that Jada will star as a widowed saintly nurse in TNT's new medical drama Hawthorne. So let's get into Hawthorne, because we said that we're going to talk about her female affairs and her male affairs. So let's get into all that now. We just talked about this woman that's been claiming since 2006 that she has been sleeping with Jada Pinkett. Okay. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. So Jada Pinkett experiences with women. All right. Now, the Gotham actress highly. No, so I'd like to go to different places where she spoke so we can hear from her. Now that the Gotham actress highly talked about memoir, Worthy, is officially on shelves, all the never-before-heard details about her life are coming to light. While the focus has mainly been on her convoluted relationship with her estranged husband, Will Smith, another that's supposed to be interesting. Detail focuses on speculation that's followed her for the decades. Her sexual preferences. In the book, Jada opens up about moving to LA in the early 90s. And pursuit of her career, where she often found herself in the LGBTQ barbecue spots. Okay, now we already read this. Now there has always been rumors that I'm gay, that I like women. Maybe that has something to do with the clubs I hung out at, like the Catch, one of the leading LGBTQ spots in LA. At this time, that had nights for getting up and doing lip sync, and where myself and on several occasions got up on stage lip sync to all kinds of songs. I Killed Madonna's Vogue there one night. Girl, you lying. Girl, you lying. You lying. No, you're a lesbian. You were a lesbian at this bars on stage singing Vogue, girl, in front of lesbians, getting lesbians to find you attractive. Okay, so that bar, especially, a lot of lesbians went to. Okay, so she specifies in this article, this is why I pulled it up, and she says that she hung out at the Catch. Okay, now a lot of men went to Catch too, but it was more so women. A lot of women would go to that club. I looked it up in the 90s. So, and I want you to hear her say that again. She said that maybe that had to do something with the clubs where I hung out, like the Catch, one of the leading LGBTQ spots in LA at this time, that had nights for getting up and doing lip syncs, and this was in the 90s, correct? Yes, this was in the 90s. So with this being in the 90s, remember that's when she started seeing Will. She started seeing Will in the 90s. So a lot of the experiences that she was having with sleeping with women was during her relationship with Will. Now, I want to push that so that y'all can see in your mind, they're each other's beards. They're each other's beards. Jada was not in love with Tupac. No, she was not. Tupac was the beard that she liked. A roughneck type of dude, is what she liked. That's what, if she was going to be attracted to any type of male, that was the type of male she was attracted to. She didn't actually want to be with Tupac, though. Not like that. It's kind of like Whitney and Bobby, if you think about it, because allegedly Whitney was with Robin. All right. So Whitney was willing to be with the man because more so, her father, and when I was telling her to, she was willing to, but it had to be a certain type. She wasn't just going to just be with anyone or anything. That person really had to move her, in order for her to be attracted to, but they also had to live a certain lifestyle. Because Whitney may have been put on this pedestal as this pop princess and all of this, but Whitney, she was that girl, So so she definitely, Bobby was her guy. And I think it's the same thing with Jada. I think that's why she talks about Tupac, but she was not in love with him. You are a lesbian. You weren't in love with Tupac. Y'all were really, really close friends. Really, really, really close friends. I don't believe that she was in love with him. I think that she just misses her friend. I think the last time life made real sense to her was when Tupac was alive. She really enjoyed him. She really enjoyed his company. He was cool as hell. I think she really, really, really enjoyed Tupac. That's it. She was not in love with him. Girl, please. She ain't even in love with Will. Why would she have been in love with Tupac? Tupac would not have committed to her or any of those things, and she know that. He would have did her way dirtier. Shout out to I'm Just for the Super Sticker. Thank you so much, sweetheart. He would have did her way dirtier than Will could have ever done her. And I ain't speaking ill on Pac. I'm just saying the type of man he was. He got around. That's just how Pac lived life to the fullest. What type of person he was. He was willing to take risks and take chances and live life on the edge, and stuff like that. Settling down and having children and stuff like that wasn't something I feel like Pac was interested in. He didn't have any kids, as far as we know. He didn't have any children. So the type of lifestyle you was trying to live was the lifestyle you lived with Will. It's just not what you wanted. But Pac don't have anything to do with that. Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. Why she keeps bringing him up, besides the fact that the last time life made sense or when life was good, or she wasn't like depressed, was when he was alive. You know, life was good. You know, I love the 90s. That's why I said I thank God I was raised in the 90s, because the 90s was lit. The 90s was a time to be on the earth, to be like invested, like involved, walking around, knowing your environment. You know, that like the 90s was lit. So yeah, so I miss the 90s as well. There's a lot of people that were alive then that aren't alive now. And, you know, I miss the 90s too. I mean, if I could go back to the 90s, I would. So but it doesn't mean that I will go back to the 90s because I'm in love with someone. Like, no, it's just life was good. Life was really good in the 90s. It was food cost, the way of life, everything was just so much different, and it was better. It was for the good. You know, nowadays all the electronics done took over, and you know, and all of that, the rent sky high and everything in the store sky high, and all of, life is horrible compared to the 90s. The 90s were amazing. You know, so it's like I completely get it. Because if y'all think about it, y'all, if you were around for the 90s, you miss it too. So if you miss it, why wouldn't she? Like, we are all human. We all feel the same thing. So yeah, the 90s was popping. I was raised in Indiana. So being in the 90s in Indiana like was amazing. Like I really miss those days. Like, it was crazy. But those days, like all the TV shows and stuff, the 90s were incredible. Like it really, it was a decade. It was a decade to be here. Like, you missed the 90s, you missed out. Because the 90s were incredible. So everything was so much different and just better. So yeah, so shout out to paper food stamps. Shout out to paper food stamps. So the girl, so yeah, I really don't think she's in love with him. But anyways, so she's a big old lesbian. So let's keep getting into her being a lesbian. Like, she's a lesbian. Oh no, let's keep going. Sorry for reading here. Okay, so she says, who doesn't love a little Madonna? But beyond the club's playlist, getting in the door, there was something else that kept her coming, for a lack of better word. Because what did you, period, the 90s raised me too. What reason do y'all think she had to keep coming back to the clubs? Because the lip syncing is just that cool? No. You were going back to that club. You were coming back to that club so that you could come. Will wasn't there. Will wasn't there. You were coming to come. Cut it out. You were coming to come. Okay? You were coming to come. So she was coming to come, and that's just what that for her. Like, I'm just like, girl. It says, okay, Jada. Okay, right here. So it says, for lack of a better word, what kept her coming? She says, the truth is that during those early years of exploration in Hollywood, I had a few sexual experiences with women. So this is what really irritates me with Rumpelstiltskin, is because we are literally, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So we're basically asking you if you are coming back to the gay club because of the women. She says, no, it's because of the lip syncing. So, or if you're going to the club originally, sorry, for the women. She said, no, it's for the lip syncing. That she got up there, she sang Madonna, you know, and all that stuff, right? So then he says, what kept you coming back? And then she says, because of, you know, I had sexual experiences, you know, with women. Okay, so didn't you go to the club because you're gay? You went to the club to seek women. Why not just say that? Like, what's with all this games and wordplay and all the, like, girl, like, just, ew. It's annoying. It's like you're saying it and then you're not saying it, and then you're saying it again and then you're not saying it. It's like, what? Like, that don't even make sense. Literally, like, none of that makes sense. Okay, now and I want to show you what I mean. 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 In Jada book, Jada opens up about moving to LA in the early 90s in pursuit of a career, where she often found herself, often means often, you go often, found herself in the LGBTQ barbecue hotspots. She wrote, her quote, "Now, there have always been rumors that I'm gay, that I like women. Maybe that had something to do with the clubs where I hung out. Like The Catch, one of the leading LGBTQ barbecue spots in LA at this time, that nights for getting up and doing lip syncs, and where I myself on several occasions got up on stage and lip synced to all kinds of songs." Okay. She says, "Now, there has always been rumors that I'm gay, like that I like women. Maybe they had something to do with the clubs I went to." No. That has everything to do with you sleeping with women. Why try to play with your words? I'm like, oh, well, maybe it has something to do with the clubs that I went to. What would have nothing to do with the clubs you went to if you didn't pursue anyone at the club, especially same sex? So as long as you didn't pursue anyone, if you just went to the club, lip sync, and to hang out with your friends, and then you left, you didn't do anything with a woman, pursue a woman, or anything like that, then yeah, that would have just been you going to hang out at the club. So then I would understand you saying, people may think that because I've been to gay clubs. Not, people may think that because I sleep with people at gay clubs. Like, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. You went to gay clubs to pursue gay women. That's why you went. You didn't go to lip sync. People didn't think that you was gay because you went to clubs. No. People thought you were gay because you sleep with women. And then she want to keep playing. And then they said, well, what kept you going back? Because you kept going back to the club. The truth is that during those early years of exploration in Hollywood, I had a few sexual experiences with women. Then why not just say you were going to the club to pursue women? It's all these games. Like, because she know that if she say certain things, she's going to be popped. So she got to be careful, in how she words things, because it would want to lead to what I think, which is it was always a situation. Will and Jada never got together to be in a relationship. They never got together to be married. It's kind of one of those fake it till you make it, or do it and just kind of hope for the best. She always knew Will's secret about this Benny Medina situation. She's always known. And Will has always known that she's a lesbian. He's always known that about her. Like, so to keep my public image up and to keep your public image up, we'll just be together, contractually bound. So he was just on stage saying, she's the bestest friend that I have on this earth. I'm always going to show up for her, not because it's been like that. It's been like that since the day they got together. No different than Sheree. No different than her. You see, she don't really speak on Will at all. And the only thing she do say Will are good things. Sheree has always had a wonderful life. Sheree has never complained about anything. Money, nothing. Never complained. Never complained. Ever. She's not complaining about Will. She's not. There's no beef. There's no drama. There's none of that. She was definitely paid for her silence. She was, and I feel like she's paid handsomely and over time. So yeah, and it's no sweat off her back because Sheree didn't do anything. It ain't like Sheree betrayed anyone or anything. She's the victim in the situation. If you ask me, you married to this man and he's leading you to think that you're going to live a heterosexual lifestyle with him, and come to find out that he's doing favors or doing some things to get a certain place, to sleeping his way to the top, or whatever he's doing it with the same sex. And that's not something that it's easier for a person in a heterosexual relationship to get over someone sleeping with the opposite sex, but I feel like it's a harder pill to swallow when it's the same sex. I feel like it's harder. You know, most women can forgive a guy for cheating on her with another girl, but you shouldn't be with a dude. It's just like, ugh. I don't know about all that. So, my girl, so please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So, that's just what that were. With this situation, Jada has clearly for years been stating that she likes women, that she likes girls. She'll always like women, you know, and there's more instances, you know, we're going to get into those. So, she's also cheated with, I'm going to thank you all for your cash apps. Thank you so much. Thank you at the end of the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you, in advance. So let's get into her cheating with a man. Let's get into that. Why not? Okay, should we get into this first? Let's get into this. So, Jada Pinkett Smith and Mark Anthony, what really happened? Now, if y'all don't know, years ago, while Jennifer Lopez was getting divorced from Mark Anthony and Jada Rumpelstiltskin Shakur were in a relationship together. Yeah. So during the show Hawthorne, Mark Anthony and Jada Pinkett were dating. Now, once again, Jada done been linked with another man that was not fully divorced, that was in the process of getting divorced. And at the time, allegedly, Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony were supposed to be working through their issues. They were trying to work their marriage out. And in the process of them trying to work their marriage out, when Mark Anthony started filming Hawthorne, all of a sudden it just kind of fizzled all the way out. This got so bad that Jada and Will had to come out and say something, because this was everywhere. This was all over the tabloids, especially involving somebody like Jennifer Lopez, who was a huge star herself. She had children with Mark Anthony. So this was big. They were making Jada Pinkett out to be, once again, a home wrecker. Even the people on set said that Mark Anthony and Jada Pinkett were very inappropriate with each other, inappropriate touching. They consistently called and text and, you know, whatnot. A lot of people on the set thought that they were in a relationship. They thought that they were dating. Had no idea that, because Will was never on a Hawthorne set, you know, or anything like that. Like, he was never there. And then Mark and Jennifer were divorcing, so Jennifer really had no reason to show up on set or anything like that. And as the people close to them said, the closer Jada Pinkett and Mark Anthony got, the closer the divorce came. It's like Jada kind of like speeded that divorce up, you know, type of situation, because they were trying to work on things. And no, Hawthorne definitely, you know. So let's get into that. So last week, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett shot down a tabloid report that they were ending their 14-year marriage, and Pinkett Smith had an affair with Mark Anthony, her love interest on TV's Hawthorne. But although Pinkett, 39, and Anthony, 42 at the time, never had a full-blown romantic affair, one source tells us the twosome had an inappropriately close friendship. Quote, they were a little touchy, and they were like in their own world. A set source, or somebody on set, explains, adding that the twosome often hung out alone in his trailer and talked in text frequently. And when Mark Anthony's own 7-year marriage to Jennifer Lopez began to fall apart, he leaned on his work pal. The more distant Mark and Jennifer became, the closer he got to Jada. A family insider adding that Pinkett Smith may have overstepped her bounds in lending Anthony marital advice. Jennifer didn't like that. She sure did not. So Jennifer and Jada Pinkett at the time, they had smoke for each other, and like around the 2000 and between like 2009 and 2011, there was a lot of smoke between Jennifer Lopez and Jada Pinkett, because she was stepping in on her man type of situation. Now, regardless whether a marriage is ending or not, if you choose to work on your marriage, or I feel like it's not for other people to intervene. But at the same time, if Mark was, ready to leave the relationship, I mean, it is what it is. But to be with Jada doesn't make sense. Now, remember, Jada said that her and Will have separated in 2011, which let's get into that real quick, about her saying that, in 2016, that her and Will separated in 2016, which was not true. They couldn't have if she had a whole full-fledged affair with Mark Anthony. Like Jada, that doesn't make any sense, girl. That doesn't make any sense, girl. So this is it right here. We already read that. Let's get into this, because where Jada states that her and Will have been separated since 2016. Let's get into that. Is that right here? Better be. Yeah, we don't care about this. We can get to this too when her and Willow both state that they are bisexual. Literally, it's like, Jada, where do you think Willow got it from? Like, where do you think she got it from? Shout out to Cosmopolitan. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett have faced tons of ridiculous speculation about their relationship. The whole August, I've seen the speculation. We ain't getting into that. Okay. As usual, the truth is way more complicated than a bunch of online drama. In October 2023, Jada revealed that she and Will have actually been separated since 2016. Now, that doesn't make sense, which in 2011 was when Will and Jada had to actually confront the rumors about Mark Anthony and her being in a relationship with Mark Anthony. Okay, that was in 2011. So how was it possible that she was in a relationship with Mark in 2011 if y'all were still in a marriage? Okay, so let's get into this whole timeline, okay? Because there's a whole timeline of this. So let's get into it. So circa 1994, okay, Will met Jada on the set of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but he was married to Sheree Sabino at the time. Once he and Sheree split, Will straightened up and called Jada and asked if she was seeing anybody. When she said no, he replied, "Cool, you're seeing me now. The rest is history." Now, this is a lie, okay? Now, Will did meet Jada Pinkett on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air set. She tried out to be Lisa. Not our girl. What's our girl name? What's my girl name? She is so beautiful. What is my girl name? Her husband just got divorced. What's my girl name that played Lisa on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Because Jada Pinkett tried out to play Lisa. She tried out to play her. And she didn't get the role. She got beat out by my girl. Nia Long. Thank y'all. Nia Long. So Nia Long played Lisa on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which was Will's love interest, who he ended up being with to the end of the show. So Jada was supposed to play that part. She didn't get the part, okay, but he liked her. Now, she was working on A Different World at the time, okay? So she left there and, went back to set. So then that's when he, met her. And he brought his wife, Sheree, so that they could see Jada, but I think he, missed her, by a short fuse or whatnot. And then after that, he and Sheree had separated, okay, which was the whole, allegedly, the Benny Medina situation is what made them, part. Because you would have to think about it. What woman, and this is how Will, you can't lie, because Will was attractive, still is attractive. He was making a lot of money, extremely popular, all of this stuff. They were married and they had a child. What would be the deal breaker? Most women, and I'm not going to say all women, but most women would deal with infidelity and not accept it, but understand that it comes with the territory. All of these women and people, the temptation. So it's understanding that. So, but it's not allowing it. It's not oh, okay, cool. No. So there would have to be something big, if you ask me, to make Sheree not want to be with Will. Sheree divorced Will, not the other way around. Okay. Will did not want to divorce Sheree. He didn't mind her being his beard, his trophy wife. He didn't mind that. She divorced him. So, this is the first Prince of Bel-Air. Mr. Parents just don't understand. It's like, what would be so major that'll make you be like, I have to divorce you. We can't be together. I'm thinking like he was like hitting her, like something. I'm thinking of something serious. But I'm like, well, no, Will don't seem like that type of guy. But that type of person doesn't have a face. Anybody can be capable of anything. So I'm just like, okay, well, so the Benny Medina thing made complete sense. I can completely see her not wanting to be with Will after experiencing something like that. And then to add insult to injury, she caught them. So yeah, that could be big. That's like, you know what? Not only that, and that's the difference. Hearing something, seeing it is a whole nother story. Seeing it is a whole nother story. Seeing it to the point it's like you can't even deny this if you want to. Yeah, it's over. So yeah. So that's why I think the confusion, the problem came in with Jada. Now, if this would have been after the divorce was over and all of that stuff, I really don't think Sheree would care too much because Sheree, she moved on with her life. But while they were still in the process of getting divorced and allegedly Will being with Benny and her calling the house and another woman answering the phone, I'm sure that took her by surprise. Like, if anything, I can see a dude picking up the phone, but a girl, like, what you doing at my house? So to make her feel confrontational, because at the end of the day, I'm sure she still had a lot of love for Will just because, they have to separate because of unforeseen, things. It doesn't mean that she didn't have a lot of love for him still or was still in love with him. Just because you find out that this person may be something doesn't mean that the love just goes away right away. Like it takes time for that to happen. So I think that she was kind of just taken off guard with Jada answering the phone, but there was no actual smoke because it was over. There was no, at that point in time, truly getting back together. Like it was done. It was done dilla. So Jada didn't come in blind. She knew what the lick read. She knew what was up with Will. She knew what was up. She knew what was up, and she was willing to accept it because same thing for her. Like it was the same thing with her. But let's keep going. So So the ain't the rest history. I'm seeing you now. You was known that it ain't go like that. New Year's 1997. Jada and Will got married while she was pregnant with their son. Although initially Jada didn't love the idea of making their relationship official on paper. Here's what she told People in a 2019 cover story. I never wanted to get married. I never wanted to get married. She said she never wanted to marry Will. Girl, the slept with Will twice, got pregnant the second time, and just like, look, she never wanted to. You're a lesbian. Of course, you never wanted to marry Will. You never, because that wasn't supposed to be a part of the thing. Y'all getting married. Y'all were just supposed to be each other beards. Then it's just like, boom, you end up getting pregnant. It's kind of just like, oh, this is a little stickier, than I thought that this would get. But she says, I never wanted to get married. I'm just like, okay. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So she says, I never wanted to get married, but my mother was like, you have to get married. She's so old school, and Will wanted a family. So I said, all right, maybe it's something I should do. She never wanted to marry him. So when people saying like, oh, she trapped Will, no, she didn't. If anything, Will trapped her. Honestly. If anything, she felt trapped. Not like he literally did it on purpose. She felt trapped. If the baby wasn't involved, I think that she would have had no problem leaving with him. Like, and not like, because she, she didn't want to be with him like that. This was more so of an arrangement type of situation. It wasn't no different with Jay-Z and Beyonce. A lot of the cheating that Jay-Z did in the beginning of the relationship, it doesn't count because they weren't like, it wasn't real. Their relationship was fabricated. The record labels thought it would be a great idea. Matthew knows, and Jay-Z's label thought it'd be a great idea to link the two together. And then it kind of went from there. But at the end of the day, truthfully speaking, no tea, no shade, Jay-Z didn't want to be with Beyonce. He wanted to be with other people because that's what he was doing. He was with, other people. But, Beyonce don't play about her image, so Beyonce like, look, that's why she would break up with him, like public, so that people, because it's like, look, you ain't about to keep playing with me. Like, if you want to sit out here and do all this stuff, cool, but you ain't about to do it on my head, so if anything, Jada felt trapped. Like, okay, well, I'm pregnant because she got married while she was pregnant. And they got married and then she got pregnant a little bit later. No, she was already pregnant. Shotgun wedding is what this was. So she was already pregnant. Same thing with Sheree. They didn't get married and then have Trey. No. Y'all got married too while you were pregnant, Sheree. You were pregnant. And got married. All of y'all anniversaries is around y'all child birthday. If you notice, as long as Jaden has been alive, is as long as they've been married. Their marriage is not older than any of their children. Sheree's marriage to Will is not older than Trey. If they were to stay married to this day, they wouldn't be older than him. And no different than Jaden. The marriage is not older than him. They're the same age. The marriage. Yeah. So she's been forever. Like, I never wanted to marry him. I didn't want to get married. And so it's August 2011. Amid that rumors, Jada was hooking up with Mark Anthony. The couple released a statement to People. Behold, their quote, although we are reluctant to respond to these type of press reports, the rumors circulating about our relationship are completely false. We are still together and our marriage is intact. So they came forward with a statement. So this means this was big. In order for them to say something, it got to grow legs of like the August Alsina situation. Like, they have to say something. They didn't have a choice. They were kind of forced into saying something. And it was the same thing with Mark Anthony. They were forced. This got big. It was everywhere. Everybody was feeling sorry for Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez was a victim in front of all of the tabloids and stuff like that. Poor Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez tries to reconcile her marriage while the Smiths rip it apart. Jada rips Mark Anthony from Jennifer Lopez. And it got bad. It got real bad. It got so bad to where you knew it was smoke, because at times to where Jada and Jennifer Lopez were in the same places, they would completely ignore each other. They would walk right past each other. They were sat near each, because y'all know they do that in Hollywood on purpose, sit people by each other that don't like each other. They were sat by each other, wouldn't even look each other away, anything like that. It got bad. So they had to come out with a statement about Mark Anthony. So that's how we know that it was the truth. It had to be. For it get this big, for y'all to have to come forward and speak on it, then there's validity. Because why speak on something that's not true? If people think the chemistry, no different than Martin and Gina, that their characters. Everybody wanted them to be together, but everybody knew they weren't. Everyone knew they weren't. So no adult now kids would question it because they were kids, but adults wouldn't question it. Like, we knew they weren't together. We wanted them to be, because they were a cute couple, like super cute, that we wanted them to be Derwin and Melanie from The Game, shows like that. We wanted them to be together, but they weren't, right? And so with them not being together, with Hawthorne, Jada Pinkett and Mark Anthony were in a relationship on camera and off camera. That's why when they were on camera, it was so intense, because it was really happening. So right now they're not acting. That's why people like them on that show together so much, because And it even felt like acting. It felt like they was in like a real relationship. And lo and behold, they were. They actually were seeing each other. But they came forward and they stated that they weren't. That Will and Jada. They said, hey, our marriage is still intact, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, Jada's rep said all the rumors regarding Mark Anthony and Jada are false, completely untrue. As for the reports of a split between Will and Jada, I'm not commenting on their personal life. So again, the person that is, Jada's rep says, as for reports on the split with Will and Jada, I'm not commenting on their personal life. They have never been together. They have never been together. Like that. Will has always been allowed to do what he wants to do, and Jada has always been allowed to do what she wants to do. Their only objective is to keep it under wraps, and not from each other, the public. So when you think about Will and Jada going on vacations with August, literally August being with them on vacation, it lets you know, I don't have a problem with him because she's allowed to do what she wants to do. She's allowed. She wants to date him. Cool. If I want to date him, I'm going to date him too. It is what it is. So, but that doesn't mean that the marriage is, in their eyes, it doesn't mean their marriage is open. Then what do you call it? Jada sleep with women, but she don't call it being a lesbian or bisexual. You allegedly sleep with men, Will, but you don't call it being gay or bisexual. Y'all sleeping with other people. Y'all not sleeping with each other. Been separated for at least 7 years. So ain't either one of y'all been sexually active in the last 7 years, although we already know about the entanglement. So she was definitely sexually active in August. So if her dating someone that's not you, and you dating someone that's not her, and y'all are still married to each other, what do y'all call it if you don't call it an open marriage? If you don't call it an open marriage, if you don't call it what do you call it? I'm confused. Because the entanglement wouldn't be August. The entanglement would be Will and Jada. They're the entanglement. Okay? Because they're living other lives, and then the entanglement comes when people start to find out about it, because people won't be confused because hello, y'all supposed to be married. Happily married, is what y'all supposed to be. It's not giving that. It's not giving that. So what are we doing? What are we doing here? Because their definitions don't make any sense to me. Most married people are just married. That's it. If you're bringing people in and you having threesomes and stuff like that, you are opening up your marriage. That's it. An open marriage means just that. It's just open. Opening up your marriage means that you open the door together. Like if you're inviting somebody in, that's called opening, not open. Open is an open door policy. You could come and go as you please. That's not the situation, but they get to come and go as they please, but it's not an open marriage. Okay, whatever. Tomato. August 14th, 2013. Otherwise known as the Fated Day, Jada hopped on Facebook to clarify comments that had everyone thinking she and Will were in an open marriage. Basically, she said Will could do whatever he wants. This is in 2013. Okay? Jada's quote, "Here is how I will change my statement. Will and I both can do whatever we want because we trust each other to do so. This does not mean we have an open relationship. This means we have a grown one." I'm over it. She said that they've been over since 2016. How, if in 2013, you were saying that Will could do whatever he wants based off what you were already doing in 2011? All this says is that, Will, you're sleeping with men. Because Jada she only get popped with the men, because it's more of a public thing to where people see her. What she do with women is in private. And it's the same thing with Will. But because you don't see, the last thing you're going to see is that Will cheating on her with a woman. But we're going to get into that tomorrow. We're going to get into that tomorrow. Because she keep getting popped. Mark Anthony, August Alsina, there's been others too. We're going to get into those people as well. She keep getting popped. But Will don't get popped. You know. He don't get popped. We got popped a couple times. I'm gonna show y'all with who. But agree. So yeah, I'm like, okay, so since you said that you and Will haven't been together since 2016, but in 2013, public Facebook post, you stated that Will can do whatever he wants. And let's not forget 2011. You cheating on him. Now I'm gonna say you're cheating on him. You being in a relationship with Mark Anthony is giving your whole marriage, y'all been able to do whatever y'all want. This didn't just start in 2011, especially in 2006. You had women coming out of the woodwork stating that they were in lesbian relationships with you, meaning while you were with Will, y'all got married in 95, 96, something like that, or 97, something like that. 97? Girl, you're popped. Girl, you a whole lesbian. Like, girl, stop it. This proves it. That's why you've been so unhappy your whole life, because you've been with dudes. Like, be with the girl you want to be with. Like, stop it. Girl, quit it. Ugh. You're not in love with the idea of Pac. How you talk about Pac is how you feel about women. How she talk about Pac is how she feel about women. Period. Those are her emotion towards women. That's how she feel about women. If you ask the Davy way. Her feelings for Pac, that's her feelings for women. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So again, I'm just really confused by that. If she says that since 2016, they have been separated, she even said it in the book, 2016, they were separated. They ain't been together since 2017. I mean, 2016. But in 2013, shout out to KMCD for becoming a new sub. Happy birthday, Shuki Sharon. You lucky. I love you, girl. Happy birthday, girl. So she's the stud. I think so. What do y'all think? Do y'all think is Jada giving stud or lipstick? Is Jada giving stud or lipstick? Oh my goodness. Words keep her says. Sean, what about the woman Pac was seeing before his demise? Does Jada not respect her at all? And that's Quincy Jones, the famous producer. That's his daughter. And crazy thing about, because y'all can make me open up a can of worms. Because Quincy Jones and Benny Medina are the ones who put the show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air together. And Khadijah is Quincy's daughter, who was dating Tupac, Will's arch rival when it came to Jada. Oh, the plot thickens. Oh, the plot thickens. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Girl. Yeah, Quincy Jones and Benny put The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air together. They sure did. So, yeah. And that was Khadijah, daddy. That is, and I said was, is Khadijah, how do you say her name? Beautiful woman. Yeah, that's her deity. So yeah, she don't have no respect for her at all whatsoever. At all whatsoever. Oh yeah, the plot thickens. Oh yeah, because I'm gonna say Tupac didn't get along with Quincy Jones, and the reason he didn't get along with Quincy Jones is because Quincy Jones asked him in private allegedly to suck his Gillette. Quincy suck his peen, and Tupac did not want to do that. So Tupac and Quincy had beef, and that was during the time that Tupac was dating Khadijah. So maybe she don't like Khadijah because of what her dad asked Tupac. Allegedly. Now, y'all know Quincy Jones has admitted that he is bisexual, that he has had in his book as well. He admitted that he slept with men as well. He outed Marlon, that guy, Marlon, was it Marlon Brando? And Richard Pryor. He outed a lot of people in his book, as gay. Now, it's rumored that back in the day, Tupac was asked by Quincy Jones if he could, and Tupac said all that and declined, and so allegedly why he missed out on some experiences. And Tupac and Quincy never got along. Quincy always tried to make it look like he ain't like Tupac because he was thug life. It didn't have anything to do with that. It didn't have anything to do with that. It was because Tupac rejected him, allegedly, is why Tupac wasn't. And it was why Tupac was dating his daughter. I'm just telling you what I heard. So they never got along. Okay. So since they didn't get along, because y'all know how y'all women be. If y'all dad don't like y'all dude, kind of make you like him a little bit more. It's kind of just like, I don't know why my daddy don't like him. Hell, I do whatever. You dad. So no, but Will didn't. I heard no. I heard Will did. Just like I heard allegedly Benny and Quincy was passing Will back and forth. Allegedly. They was passing him back and forth. And Benny cannot lie. His own nephew, which I've spoke to in private, and I can pull up our DMs. And we did a surviving on Benny Medina. And his own nephew came forward and said that while he was young, because his mother was sick, Benny would have him, and there would be certain things that would happen. He was in the bathtub, and Diddy got him out of the bathtub. That he was around, he was like heartbroken by Will Smith. Like Will Smith broke his heart, among some other things. Yeah, but we can get into that too. I can play those videos tomorrow. And show you. You can hear it with your own ears. Him said out his own mouth. About Diddy and Will Smith. I'm not making it. I don't believe in making things up. Yeah. So grew. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It definitely is. So yeah, Will. So again. So and then Jada says also on she said okay. Oh, open marriage. Yeah, ho. Open marriage. You heard us. You heard us, girl. She said, let me first say this. There are far more important things to talk about in regards to what is happening in the world. Y'all always say that. In the world, than I have an open than if I have an open marriage or not. Actually, it's not. We want to talk about that. That's the most important thing in the world. Talk about it. She says, I'm addressing this issue because a very important subject has been born from discussions about my statement that may be worthy of addressing. Now, she was not recanting, but coming back and re-talking about the whole Mark Anthony thing because she was getting a lot, and everybody was like, oh, poor J-Lo. All of this. So, yeah, she was pressed because she was really stupid on Mark Anthony. That's all that were. She said, the statement I made in regard to Will can do whatever he wants has illuminated, the need to discuss the relationship between trust and love and how they coexist. Do we believe loving someone means owning them? Do we believe that ownership is the reason someone should behave? Yes. Do we believe that all the expectations, conditions, and underlining threats of you better act right or else keep one honest and true? Yes, because all of these rules apply to my churn. So absolutely. Do we think or believe that we can Rumpelstiltskin, hurry up? girl. Now, Jada Shakur, you're starting to get on my nerves, girl. Do we believe that we can can have meaningful relationships with people who have not defined nor lived by integrity of his or her higher self? What of unconditional love? Or does love look like and operate as enslavement? The deflection for me. Do we believe that that the more control we put on someone, the safer we are? Yes. Like all this rhetorical ish. What of trust and love? Should we be married to individuals who cannot be responsible for themselves and their families within their freedom? Will. She's talking about you right here. She's talking about you. Here. She said, should we be in relationships with individuals who cannot entrust to their own values, integrity, and love for us? Will, she's saying you're a bad person. Here is how I will change my statement. Will and I both can do whatever we want because we trust each other to do so. This does not mean we have an open relationship. This means we have a grown one. She said this in 2013. She said all of that to say that Will can do whatever he wants. No other thing. He can do whatever he wants, gay ass. He could go out there and be gay and all of that stuff, and I can go out here and sleep with Mark Anthony. Whatever. Okay, he makes really good Spanish rice. So I mean, it is what it is. So try it. Nobody enchilada how he enchilada. Okay, he could cook good, and I like how he cook. And I don't like Jennifer Lopez; she's annoying. Is how Jada felt. I took your man, and you can't do anything about it. So girl. So she took a man, and she says, "Okay, you know what? Whatever. I'm cheating on Will. Will's cheating on me. He can do whatever he wants. I can do whatever I want. Like y'all are mad." Where in that statement did she say, for sure, I've never slept with Mark Anthony. I've never been with Mark Anthony. I don't know what y'all talking about. Stop creating things and fabricating things. Mark Anthony was a co-worker of mine. She ain't talking about Mark Anthony at all. She said, we can do what we want. Because all them questions, the rhetorical questions, I don't know. But my girl, she said all that to say in 2013 that we can do what we want to do. I don't give a damn what Will is over there doing. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Is what she said. That's what that word. That's what that word. That is absolutely what that word. So but let's keep going. There's Murray. There is Murray. What do y'all think about that? She said in 2013. Do y'all believe that they broke up in 2016? Do y'all still believe that they haven't been married since 2016 or been together since 2016? Or do you think it was way before that? Because she was saying this in 2013, and the rumors about her and Mark Anthony truly surfaced in 2011. They started in 2010, but they really surfaced in 2011. That's really when everybody was just like, ooh, they together. Ooh, they sleeping together. Ooh, girl. Jada, girl, you try to Jada Purple Steel Skin Shakur, girl, we on your road. Girl, we on your road. Okay. August 3rd, 2015. Amid yet another round of rumors that Will and Jada were splitting, Will hit his Facebook and denied that they were getting a divorce. Okay. Hold on, let me type this in. Hold on. No, not get married. Divorce. divorce, because I could have sworn, wasn't it around this time too? Wasn't it around this time too? No, because I want to know this real quick, because this can go with this, what we're talking about right now. Okay, so in 2015, okay. So it says, under normal circumstances, I usually don't respond to foolishness because it's contagious. But so many people have extended me their deepest condolences that I figured, what the hell? I can be foolish too. So in the interest of redundant, repetitious, over and over again-ness, Jada and I are not getting divorced. I promise you all, if I ever decide to divorce my queen, I swear I'll tell you myself. Okay, so, and this is in 2015. Now, what was going on in 2015? Y'all know what else was going on? That's when Dwayne Martin and Tisha Campbell really started having problems. Mm-hmm. That's when they really started having issues. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I find that a little weird that Will took the time, August 2015. I'm like, okay. So then meanwhile, Jada hit up Twitter with this: my king has spoken on the same day. Okay, that them just being gay everywhere. And it's now a good time to mention that in 2015 was also the year Jada was introduced to August Alsina. Jada. Jada. So mighty weird that the same year, 2015, that Will and Dwayne Martin go on a mancation together. Okay, where did they flew? They were gone for about a week. Is the same year. Jada, you said in 2016 was the year that you and Will split. 2018 was the year that Tisha Campbell divorced Dwayne. Okay. Around that same time period, Will paid for Dwayne to get out of a ton of debt. A ton of debt. We'll pay for it. We'll pay for it. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Will paid for all this stuff going on with Dwayne, bailing him out, of situations. And, he's going, always because we're friends. Then you do that for all your friends. Why you leave Tyrese on stuck? Will, you and Tyrese is friends. Well, he had his huge debt going. Why you ain't help him? But you helped Dwayne. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. You helped Dwayne get out of that debt so that he could divorce Tisha. Because Tisha already wanted to divorce Dwayne, but Tisha didn't want to leave with all that debt and everything that was going on with the missing computer, and all that. She didn't want to leave with that debt. So you took care of it so that your friend could divorce his wife. Isn't Tisha your friend? Okay. Isn't Tisha your friend? You guys been friends since what, the 90s? Okay. So you help your friend out and y'all go celebrate over a week on a mancation, okay, in 2015. Jada and August get together, and not even a year and a half later, Dwayne and his wife divorce. Dwayne has not gotten remarried. We don't really hear from him. But you do well. You hear from Dwayne all the time. Basically lives with you, right? Since when? 2016. Ugh, what a dumb. It's just like, okay. You've been with Dwayne and she's been with August. You and Dwayne are thinking private. She wanted to go public. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, flip. And yes, for the cable neighbors and Turks and Caicos. Absolutely. Stay for a whole week. For a whole week. Girl, Dwayne, we on your road. We getting them tomorrow. We getting Will and Dwayne them tomorrow. We're going to break all of that down. Yay. Yay. We're going to get into all of that. How Will gave him multiple shows to show all of us with him and Lisa DeBrasco, Lisa Ray. They all of that. Oh, yeah, Will been taking care of Dwayne for years. Because I find it weird that he calls it friendship. You have a lot of friends. You don't do none of this for them. You got friends that's close. You're closer. You've known Jazzy J longer than, Jazzy. You've known Jazzy longer you know him. And you done stuff for Dwayne that you've never done for Jazzy. You've known Jazzy longer than him. You ain't never gave Jazzy none of these opportunities. No. Jazz ain't never got none of this. Ever. Because you ain't sleep with him. That ain't your nipple. That ain't your man. Like you don't really care if he succeeds or fails or not. And he ain't that. Yeah. What that got to do with you? What that got to do with you? So, yeah, but Dwayne, oh yeah, you made sure that Dwayne was good on multiple, literally bought a show for Dwayne to lead, be paid the most, all of that. And more, done way more, paid for him to get out of debt, all type of stuff he's done for Dwayne, all type of stuff. They have been together for a long time. Very long time. Okay. So here, so we're gonna get into all that tomorrow. And I'm gonna bring receipts. I'm gonna show y'all look there, look that, look. I'm gonna pull up the pictures, all that stuff. Look. So so all of this stuff that they be talking about, y'all can cut it because we're gonna drop the realty. We're gonna drop the realty. So I'm at my 2-hour mark. Oh, I'm sad because I have more. I have more. I have a lot more. There's a lot of tea. We ain't even gotten to the turn yet. We got a lot of tea because we're gonna get into Jaden and August Althena. All that girl, we're gonna get us all of it. We're gonna get us all of it. Shout out to the people that cash out me. Shout out to Chandra. Thank you so much for the cash app, sweetheart. Shout out to Tammy. I love you, Tammy. Thank you so much. And shout out to Pam. Oh my God, Pam, I love you. Oh my God, I love you, sweetheart. I hope you're feeling better. I love you, ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, y'all talk about some don't stop, Sean. I cannot. Oops, sorry. It says yes, the kids is something else. The kids is something else. I guess that's what she takes his money and take care of the companions, and she does that part right there. So okay, so just make another live today. Should I? Oh, it is pretty early. I mean, I guess I could come back. Y'all want me to come back? Y'all want me to come back and finish doing Jada and do the churn? And then we could do Will tomorrow? Because I got that set up for tomorrow. So we're going to do that tomorrow. I'll be trying to cram as much because it's so much information. It's so much information. So, but I feel like I did a pretty good job in proving that Jada's definitely a big old lesbian. Like, girl, you're a lesbian. Cut it out. Like, girl, you're a lesbian. So, shout out to all the new subscribers that were just saying in the chat that they're new and that they subscribed. Welcome all the new members. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Yeah, okay, so I'll come back. I'll come back. I need to do a coffee. So we're going to go do coffee first. So we're going to be on coffee in about 20 minutes. We'll be on coffee. And then after coffee, I will come back over here and we'll do Jada and the children. Okay, we'll do Jada and the children. Okay. So I love you guys. And thank y'all for the cash apps. Thank y'all for making, this is hard work, putting all this stuff together, trying to keep it in chronological order, giving y'all the tea, remembering all this, like, girl, you know, Jada's name is hot right now. So I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about her differently. We're going to get into parts of the book and stuff too, but I'm going to break this stuff down first. I think it's interesting. A lot of stuff y'all know, a lot of stuff y'all had no idea, you know, and whatnot. So I'm excited about that. But we're going to do Will tomorrow because his rap sheet is long. So we're going to have to break that apart up into 2 shows too, because I like to separate the shows. I don't mind doing like another 2 hours. That's fine. We can do another 2-hour live, but try to keep them shorter for the people that's watching the playbacks so that it's a little easier to drink in, or that you don't see how long the video is and it just seems overwhelming. You know, I like 5 hours, 6 hours, like I don't have the time, you know, but if it's 2 hours, like, okay, cool. Yeah, I could do this. So we're gonna go over to coffee. We'll be there in about 20 minutes, and then we will come back and I will do a part 2, okay, of Jada, of this topic. But we will talk about the children as well and add them in, okay? I love you guys. I will see you guys in a little bit again. Thank you for all of your donations and support. Thank you for liking the video. Continue to like the video. And yeah, I'll keep bringing y'all this good tea, period. So until the next show.